Welcome to Comrade Media's cultural program In Pursuit of Roots. Today's episode is the 12th one entitled Muzaris Pattanam Vanchi. Our Venerable Professor Dr. Mohan Varughese has reached. Today he is going to deal with the golden age of Roman traders and trade in our country, not only in South India, totally in India. And this period approximately runs from 1st BC to 3rd AD approximately. Sir, first of all, we are eager to know the etymological evolution of the names Muzaris Pattanam Vanchi.
Okay.
And then we can come to the treasure Roman coins. And I have one more doubt, sir. As the huge amount of treasure stored in Padmanabha Temple, has it anything to do with that period, the collection of foreign gold coins of that period? Coins, not only you told me, ornaments also. Has it anything connection? I can't help thinking of it now. After hearing all these.
I'll certainly come to that.
Okay. That also you have to give.
You wanted to know about the etymological evolution of the term Muzaris.
Muzaris.
Romans call it Muzaris.
Muzaris.
In Tamil, it is Muchiri. We are talking about the largest urban center in Tamilagam, especially in Chera part of Tamilagam. That is the illustrious Muchiri, which Romans called Muzaris, because they can't pronounce Muchiri. Muchiri, as you all know, is the split lips.
Split lips.
Chiri means lips. Muchiri means 3 lips. When the lips split, it looks like Muchiri. Actually, the lip by lip, it means River Periyar mouth. Mouth of River Periyar. The largest river in Kerala is Periyar. Largest means those days, the longest one. Carrying so much of cusecs of water is the Churniyar. That is Periyar. The present day Periyar was then known as Churniyar. The place where Chaurneyam, a kind of pearl, is grown.
Pearl or bead?
Beads and pearls. That is Chaurneyam. That is why that river is called Churniyar. Churniyar, rich Arabian Sea, it split into 3 tributaries, branches, before the Periyar waters reach Arabian Sea. So any approaching ship from the west, from the Arabian Sea, the sailers, when they look at the land, they see the mouth of River Periyar as if it is 3-lipped person's face. Face of a 3-lipped man. That is how the term Muchiri came.
That is the etymological.
And Romans called it, during the heydays of Roman trade, they called it Muzaris. And we called it Muzaris, Muchiri Pattanam. Even Ramayana contains reference about Murichi Pattanam. That could be Muchiri Pattanam.
In Ramayana,
the reference is there. Ramayana talks about Maruthwa Mala. That is arguably in Kerala, the spice, the hill where the spices were grown. So Kerala was spice country all the time. So that is the thing. That's about the ancient Muzaris. Muzaris actually became very, very global with the Roman trade. The Roman ships would come in large numbers,
Ah,
which was recorded by Pliny the Elder, Strabo,
oh,
Periplus
very plus.
of the Erythraean Sea, that book, and also the Ptolemy. They
Ptolemy.
all talk about the illustrious Muzaris.
Muzaris, illustrious.
Yeah, that is Muzaris.
So, naturally, their main transit was this place.
Destination, the spice trade. They were looking for spices.
Spices.
In Sankha literature, in Akka Nanur, which is Sankha literature, and also in Pura Nanur, we hear about references about active trade in pepper. In Tamil, pepper was called curry.
Curry.
Curry. Ponnumai vanda kariyumai peyarum. That is, they come, the Roman ships come with gold.
Exchanging.
In exchange of gold, they get curry. That is black gold.
Black gold.
That is pepper.
Oh.
The black pepper. There were three kinds of pepper: black pepper, the white pepper, and the kind of brownish kind of pepper.
Brownish pepper.
Three different range of pepper. And they go back. And they make the intermediaries make a lot of money in between in pepper trade. So Ponnumai Vanda Kariyumai Peyarum. They come with gold and go back with pepper. That is Roman trade. Not just pepper, ginger, cardamom, cinnamon, all these spices.
Generally known as
curry.
Curry.
Yeah.
Then, what kind of people inhabited here?
Certainly the people of the Thinna. That is coastal belt. We were dealing with Thinna, life in Thinna. That is Nathal Nilam. Nathal is
a
leveled land and which is coastal area, coastal belt. Sea coast.
They were mostly agricultural.
Seashore. They were not exactly agricultural. Fishing, net making, and Valayar, Meenavar, and net makers. Valayar. Meenavar are fishermen, fisher folk, fish workers, and Parathavar. They were also people who fish.
Parathavar.
Parathavar, Meenavar, Valayar. They were all
connected also.
They're connected, of course. They're connected. They live their vocation is connected to the life in Thinna. So they were the original inhabitants. Then came the Romans. They come in a season, that rainy season, with the western winds. The Hippolyte winds bring them in June, July time. And they stay here for about 4 or 5 months until October, November, even December. They collect the precious cargo of spices and then go back when the wind blows in the opposite direction. Wind, sail was the order of the day. So those 5-6 months, the Romans used to stay here in Muzaris. So arguably in Pythagoras table, it was a Greek work. Pythagoras table is a book. There is mention about a Roman settlement. They called it Yavanacheri. In Tamil, Sankham literature call it Yavanacheri. Yavana means Greek. Greek or Roman or Southern Europeans, even all white men. All foreigners were called Yavana. Commonly called Yavana. So Yavanacheri means Yavana settlement. Yavana means, Greek. Ionian Sea. That is how the term Yavana came. It is an Ionian Sea. That is why Yavana. Yavanar came. Yavanas came. And they settled down. They would bring amphora. The Roman and Greek and Roman pottery. They bring liquor. They bring olive oil for cooking purposes. They bring wheat, they bring a lot of things. And the pieces of amphora, the Roman pottery, the shreds of it, millions of pieces have been excavated. That is fair enough indication that there was a flourishing Roman settlement right here. See, that is so then there was a Pythagorean table, talks about a temple, an Augustus Temple, a temple to honor Emperor Augustus Caesar.
Augustus is.
So Augustus Temple was there in Muzaris. It was guarded by, that book talks about the temple guarded by 1,200 Roman soldiers wearing tunics and Roman dress.
There were permanent settlers here.
They were permanent settlers. Either they were permanent settlers or they would come and take turns and go. One batch comes and stays for a while, and the batch comes and takes over. It's like a relay.
Always their presence was here.
Their presence have been established by these kind of things. It is a fair enough indication that Roman settlement was there. Of course, there were Anthanas. Anthana means, could be early Brahmin, could even be a different kind of fair-skinned people.
Fair-skinned.
Fair-skinned people, they are preachers. They used to conduct a Velvi, Yagam, that is some offerings and all some religious functions. That community is called the Anthanas. And Panas were there. They were all bards. They would be singers. Bard. So they would sing and chant and all that. And all segments of the population were there. Not only the Yavanas, Anthanas, and also the Minavas, Paradavas, all would have been inhabiting the Muchari, the Port Muchari. Definitely cosmopolitan by nature. Arguably, number one cosmopolitan center in the subcontinental India in those days. Of course, in Chola Pandya regions also, there were places like Arikamade, where Roman settlements were there, and Roman fortifications were there, excavated. So that is Muchari.
All those excavated objects give the proof.
Yeah, that is, we have excavated Pattanam, that is the archaeological site. We are now currently indulging in archaeological excavations of Muzaris, a place near present-day Paravur, that is called Pattanam.
Muzaris Pattanam Vanchi.
Vanchi is closer to it. Vanchi is not exactly Pattanam. Vanchi is a place, a city, the Chera headquarters located close to it.
Pattanam and Muzaris same or?
Yes, it should be. It should be same. Pattanam is a large area. Okay? Pattanam, the whole area is Pattanam. The excavation is taking place at a particular spot where they have located, they have dug up a boat. And not a boat, it is a small ship. 18 meters length.
18 meters length.
That is fair enough. 18 meters of length, and carbon dating indicates that it is around 2,300 years old. So it could have been from the 3rd century, 2,000 plus years. So it would have been BC 1st century.
Let me ask one thing. Can we infer that the Pattanam is the major and main part of Muzaris?
Yes.
Maybe.
Pattanam and Muzaris are two terms used synonymous.
So I ask you, it may be the main and major part of whole Muzaris.
You can say that, but because it is synonymous, you can't say Pattanam is bigger than Muzaris, Muzaris is bigger than Pattanam. It is actually Muchari Pattanam, same thing. Muchari Pattanam. The exact place where the Periyar waters get unleashed to the Arabian Sea, maybe the Muzaris, Muchari. Around Muchari, that is the river, lake and lagoon. That area is a good place where Roman ships could anchor. In fact, the huge Roman ships would anchor in outer sea. But these goods and commodities would be transferred to smaller ships or smaller vessels, which would be brought into the lake. In such a small vessel is the one which is dug out, not the Roman ship that came with huge cargo. That would have been really huge. Roman ships would have been really huge. So these small ships or boats would get anchored in small canals in a huge network, in an intricate network of canals system. That's the canal system.
Canal system.
That is where people used to inhabit. The trading center, the go down, the Roman go down. Pandagashala, they say. Roman go down.
Store of treasure.
Store of treasures, store of precious
articles,
spices, yeah.
Spices also.
Mostly spices. Even Roman articles also would be stored there. And so that the people come and buy, or intermediaries come and buy, and all that. But the exclusive control of the spice called black gold, that is pepper, was done by Kuttuvan. Kuttuvan is the king. The Chera king is called Kuttuvan. For example, Cheran Chenkuttuvan. Okay, Uthiyan Cheralathan, Nedum Cheralathan. They are all kings. Emperor, not exactly king, emperor, Chera emperor. They would be the ones who would be directly dealing with the pepper curry. Other commodities, the lesser mortals would be dealing. But pepper was the monopoly of Kuttuvan, and Kuttuvan decided the price. And the price would be paid in gold coins. Other things may be barter, but the pepper is never traded on barter system. So that is why
only gold could be
gold. That's why we excavated hundreds of pieces of gold from various parts of Kerala. Mostly from recently, there was a find in Kuttuparamba in Kannur district. Kuttuparamba, the truckload, big loads of gold coins, Roman coins, bearing the mark of Augustus Caesar, Julius Caesar, all excavated. So that is indication of Roman trade. So Muzaris Pattanam is one place where Roman trade flourished. And Pattanam excavation brought out pearls and precious metals, precious stones, and arashi, that is the rice. Rice, preserved rice. 2,000 years old rice. Turmeric, pepper, ginger. All. So we got a taste of things, from 2,000 years back. Excavations and indicating a flourishing trading center. Perhaps the place where excavation is happening may not be the bullseye. It may be somewhere close to the Roman settlement area. That is how amphora pieces come. Amphora pieces excavated very close to Roman settlement. That is the thing.
Then the Muzaris Pattanam and Vanchi.
Vanchi Muthur, Vanchima Nagaram, Thiruvanchi Kulam. That is Vanchi. That is the political headquarters of the Cherans.
Political headquarters.
It is the political headquarters. That is where the Chera Rajathani, Chera Empire's capital is located.
So it is not the trade hub.
Very close to trade hub, according to Pliny and Periplus. This place called Vanchi is located 20 stadia into the land near the Periyar mouth. So Roman ships would come to one place called Muzaris. And 20 stadia, roughly 3.5 kilometers inside. It should be lakeside, lakes and lagoons. That is the place where Vanchi is located. Vanchima Nagaram, they say. Vanchi Muthur, they can say. And Vanchi is also called Karur. There's a place called Karur in Tamil Nadu. So Cherans originally might have come from Karur, south of Coimbatore. That is a place where a tributary of river Kaveri is flowing. So that is a place where original Chera headquarters could have been located. They have a practice called Kula Sankha Varcha, where Chera capitals have been spread in very many places. Because the Chera trading center, trading hub was Muzaris, they would ideally want a capital, maybe a satellite capital, very close to the trading hub, where Kuttuvan can sit and judge and control Roman trade on behalf of the Chera people. Therefore, Vanchi, probably Pliny is right. So original Vanchi could be in present-day Tamil Nadu.
Oh.
People say there is a school of thought saying that it is could be Karuppadanna. Today's Karuppadanna can be Karur, or it could be Thiruvanchikulam. That could be Karur or Vanchi. Even Trikkakara. The Kara, it's in a regular district. Trikkakara can be Karur. The Kara comes from Karur.
Oh.
Ever so many theories are there. These are all inferences that we can take. We can just decipher and we can just deduct certain frills and then come into the thing. Approximately that area, because we can only guess intelligently. Based on whatever scientific proof, archaeological proof that come from time to time. Of course, the carbon dating and other kinds of sophisticated testing can help us come to the corresponding age. So Karur Vanchi, that is the place where the political capital is located. That is where Trikkana Mathilakam, Trikkunavai is located. That is why Ilanko Adigal wrote Chilapadigaram. That is one work of Tamil literature that can throw light onto the developments in Karur and Vanchi and Huchari and all that. Chilapadigaram is a later work. It is maybe 7th, 8th century work, but the theme of Chilapadigaram is the time of Cheran Chenkutuvan. One doesn't know whether Cheran Chenkutuvan is a real king or an imaginary king. If it's a real king, he should have ruled Kerala in 2nd century, late 1st century, early 2nd century. That period is depicted so many years back in a new work called Chilapadigaram, which is a post-Sankham work written by Ilanko Adigal. Ilanko Adigal is king himself, king's brother, Chenkutuvan's brother. They say Chenkutuvan's brother Ilanko Adigal. Ilanko means Ilamko means king. Ilamko means the young king, prince, maybe the junior king, heir apparent. That could be Ilanko. Yep. That is the Vanchi. We get a fair picture about Vanchi from 2 Tamil works. One Chilapadigaram, then Manimekhalai, written by Chatanar. Ilanko Adigal is arguably one who lived in Trikkana which is near Vanchi, which is inside Vanchi. That is where a huge fort was there, court and fort and everything was there. It was a Jain center also. Those days it could have been Jain. Religion-wise, you are asking about the religious. Jain and Buddhist. Jains were hailed by Chilapadigaram, Jainism. And Buddhism is hailed by Manimekhala.
Then what about Chatanar?
Chatanar was a Buddhist. Chatanar was a Kulai Vanikan, a person who would be trading in wheat and pulses and all that. Kulai Vanikan, trader from Tamil Nadu, from Madurai. Chatanar is from Madurai, and Ilanko Adigal is Malayali. Malayali means then Tamil, then Tamilagam. That is Muzaris Vanchi belt. So that these 2 works in literature gives a very good picture about Vanchima Nagaram. The later picture is given by so many Champus and Manipravala works. That is. So hope you got a fair picture about the hub of activity. That is the
one doubt remains. It told the fishermen mostly inhabited here.
Vanchi
and who collected the spices and stored?
Fishermen wouldn't collect spices. Would not do that. They would be
So
only doing
there
fishing.
might be some other.
There are Vetuvas, Idayas, all live in. Spices don't grow in coastal belt. Spices have to come from the high hills. They have to come from Anatha Thina, Korinji and Mullai.
Then there might be some mountain inhabitants.
Mountain inhabitants, that's why Thina, we were
Thina.
dealing with Thina's life in Thina in one episode. So
What
those-
episode we
Remember, yeah?
remember.
So that is a place where these spices would have come.
Ah.
And Pliny used to say it is wild growth. Spices would be wild growth,
Wild growth, not cultivated.
not cultivated.
Oh,
But when it is brought, it's a labor-intensive work to pluck the cardamom and
who engaged in that work?
that work would have been engaged
collection only,
by
not cultivation.
local people. They
Local
would be
people.
changing hands. These things will be changing hands 2-3 times, and along the river, it will be traveling westwards to reach the trading center called Muzaris.
And all these atlas came to king's hand.
It would be pepper certainly would come to king's hands.
And
Other things would be coming directly to the trading hands.
Trading hands.
Trading hands. Pepper was
Only
the
pepper.
single largest
The
item.
costliest.
Item is pepper.
That is the monopoly of the king.
Monopoly of the king, Chera king. Otherwise, there would be confusion. The pricing system in Chera, Chola, Pandya regions should be the prerogative of their kings. So there should be some kind of a uniform pricing.
Pricing.
Otherwise, Muzaris trade would go to Korke for the Pandya port or Kaveri Pumpattanam in the Chola port. So, Cheran decides the price in consultation with the Pandya. Pandyans also will be having spices. Bokkare was once controlled by Bokkare, Purakad.
Purakad.
Was Pandya port. That is also in West Coast. Another Pandya port was Thoothukudi, that is Korke in the olden days. So there should be some kind of an arrangement, internal arrangement. That is the.
Thank you, sir.
All right,
Thank
the
you
good idea
for,
about the political
for the
and cultural
idea.
capital.
And the main thing is that the trading hub and political headquarters capital, the difference.
That's the reason why we have taken it for one episode
it
on
is, sir.
just this.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for listening to us. You can see in the next episode. Thank you all.